Hello students, today our topic is groups, a very important topic in abstract algebra. So you know that cryptography, lot of research work is going on in cryptography, in computer science and all. So all the backgrounds you see, the background is abstract algebra. So abstract algebra is very important in modern world, and group is the most fundamental thing in abstract algebra. So today in our discussion we'll talk about before group theory, binary operation. After that, some examples on binary operation, definition of groups, examples, and some important theorems on groups. So let us start our lecture today. So what is a binary operation or composition? A binary, let G be a non-empty set. Non-empty set. A binary operation on G is a function that assigns to each order pair of elements of G an element of G. So what is that? Just have a look on the mapping. Binary operation is a mapping. It's a mapping F from G cross G to G. So you have a non-empty set G. So G cross G is the order pair of A comma B, where AB belongs to G, A, B both belongs to G cross G, then order pair AB belongs to G cross G, and it maps to a single element C. So this is how we define the binary operation. That means a binary composition assigns to F, assigns to each order pair of elements of G a definite element of G. So this is how the binary operation works. So this is the meaning of, and this is the functional diagrammatic representation. Okay. For a pair of elements AB in G, the image of AB under the binary composition, suppose circle, is written as A circle B. A circle B. So we use the F generally, the mapping F is generally denoted by the symbol circle, or maybe star, or it can be plus, it can be minus, or any other symbol, it will be defined. So for a pair of elements AB in G, the image of AB under the binary composition circle is denoted by A circle B. Clear? So this is how the, let's have an example. On the set Z, set of integers, circle stand for the binary composition addition. Then 2 circle 3 equal to 5, because 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 circle minus 4 is 1, and so on. 1 circle 3 is equal to 4, so on. So this is how you define the binary composition addition on the Z, on the set of integers. Okay. Again we say on the set Z, circle stands for the binary composition multiplication. Then 2 circle 3 is equal to 6, 2 circle 5 is equal to 10, because we are doing multiplication. Again minus 1 circle minus 2 equal to 2, because we are taking Z, set of integers, positive and negative integers. On the set Z, let AB be defined by, in other cases, a binary composition A circle B is defined by A plus 2B. AB belongs to Z. So if you take 2 circle 3, so A equal to 2, B equal to 3, it will give you 8. 3 circle 0, 3, A is 3, B is 0, so it will give you 3. Like this. Another, suppose set of rational numbers Q, binary composition star is defined by A star B is equal to half AB. So AB belongs to Q. So if you take A is equal to 2, B is equal to 5, then it will give you 5. 3, 8, it will give you 3 composition 8 equal to 12. This is how the binary composition works. Okay. So this is the definition of binary composition. Binary composition is a mapping from G cross G to G, order pair of elements to a single element in G. That gives you the binary composition, and a lot of examples. So now we say a binary operation or composition circle is said to be defined on a non-empty set G if A circle B belongs to G. For all AB belongs to G. For all, not for 1 or 2 elements, but for all elements, all the elements, this property follows. In this case, the set G is said to be closed under the binary operation circle. Otherwise, not closed. So if for all elements the composition belongs to G, then the operation is said to be closed. G is closed under the binary operation circle. Suppose Let us have an example. N is closed under addition, but natural number is not closed under subtraction. Suppose if you take 1 circle 3, circle is your subtraction, then minus 2. Minus 2 does not belongs to n. So natural number is not closed under the operation subtraction, but it is closed under the operation addition. Clear? Next, we define a binary composition commutative if A circle B is equal to B circle A for all AB belongs to G, and associative if A circle B circle C is equal to A circle B circle C for all ABC belongs to G. So this is the commutative property. A circle B is equal to B circle A, and A circle of B circle C equal to A circle B of S of circle C. That is, first you take the operation on B circle C, then you take with operation with A, like sets. In set theory, the operations we use the commutative associative properties. So this is the associative property in binary composition and commutative property for binary for all ABC. Now let us have an example. Suppose Z comma star is the operation on Z defined by A star B is equal to A plus B plus 2 for all of B belongs to Z. Let us see the binary operation is commutative or associative. Look at that, the binary operation is closed because A belongs to Z, B belongs to Z, so A plus B plus 2 belongs to Z. This is belongs to Z because this is also integer, so Z is closed under the binary operation star. Now A star B equal to B star A. Clearly this is commutative because you see it will be B plus A plus 2. So commutative property is very easy to verify. So this is commutative, the operation is commutative. Now look at the associative property. So we have to check A circle B, A star B star C is equal to A star B star C is B plus C plus 2 according to the composition, definition of the composition. So it will be nothing but your A plus B plus C plus 2 plus 2 according to the definition. So it is A plus B plus C plus 4. Now let's check A star B first, star C. So it will give you A plus B plus 2 from the definition of the composition, star C, so equal to A plus B plus 2 plus C plus 2. So it is same as this one, they are same. So this composition is associative on Z. So star defined by A star B is equal to A plus B plus 2 is commutative and associative. Now let's take R, real numbers, and the operation star is defined by A star B is equal to mod A plus mod B. Let's check it is commutative. It's very easy to prove that this is commutative because B star A equal to A star B. B star A, if you take B star A, then it will be mod B plus mod A, which is same as mod A plus mod B. So this is commutative. But if you take associative, let's check the associative property. So in this case, if you take A star B first, then take with composition with C, then A star B is mod A plus mod B star C. So it will be mod A, this whole thing is inside the mod, this whole thing is inside the mod, so it will be modulus of A plus modulus of B whole mod plus mod C. Clear? Okay. Now you check for A star B star C, that is equal to A star mod B plus mod C equal to, this is equal to mod A plus whole mod of C. Look at that, these are the positive quantities, mod A, mod B, these are the positive quantities because already you have taken mod. So this is nothing but your this is also this is equal to this is equal to this, these two are equal thing, because if you take mod of A, mod of B and whole mod, it will be same, and plus mod C, then this whole thing is same as this. So this is also associative, this is commutative as well as associative. So we check that the operations are commutative and associative. So this is how the binary operations checked in the problems of composition. So next move on to the definition of group. Let us define groups. A group is a ordered pair G comma star, as already we defined the star. Star is a binary composition and G is a non-empty set, and star is a binary operation on G such that the following properties hold. Three properties we have to satisfy it, because I am not talking about the closure property. Already star is a binary operation, we are assuming that this closure property holds on G. So the first thing is associative law, that is A star B star C is equal to A star B star C. This is for all ABC. There exists E belongs to G such that A star is equal to A is equal to E star A. This is called existence of an identity. E belongs to G. E is the identity element in G. This is actually the identity property. And for each A belongs to G, there exists B belongs to G such that A star B is equal to E and B star A is equal to A. So this is called inverse property, that is existence of inverse, and that will hold for every element. For each element A, we will get there exists an element B for each element A. Okay, this is called existence of inverse. And another definition I want to mention, a group is called commutative group or an abelian group. Abelian group if star is commutative. Abelian group in the name of a famous mathematician from Norway, Abel. Okay, it's a famous mathematician. So this is called commutative group or abelian group if star is commutative, because there is no property of commutative property. So if star is associative, existence of identity and existence of inverse, these three properties hold, then we say that G comma star is a group, otherwise not. So let's have an example. Suppose for example R comma plus is a group. Suppose we say Z comma plus, that is set of integers with respect to addition, R comma plus, okay, complex number with respect to addition is a group, forms a group with respect to addition, so on. Rational numbers with respect to addition, Q comma plus, these are all groups. Okay, so this will follow these properties. And also if you say mz comma plus, that is m is a integer, m is a integer, mz means 2z 3z, that is even integers, multiple of 3, multiple of 5, etc. These are also groups. But z comma dot is not a group, because why? You will ask why? Because 1 is the identity, but minus 1 in Z, inverse of only minus 1 and 1 exist, but other elements do not have an inverse. So Z with respect to dot is not a group. Z with respect to dot is not a group. Okay. Also we can say matrices, real matrices M2R, 2 cross 2 real matrices with respect to plus, 2 cross 2 real matrices with respect to plus is also a group, very important group. All 2 cross 2 real matrices with respect to addition is a group. So these are the important examples of groups. Now we'll prove some important theorems on groups. State some important. Theorem 1, a group contains only one identity element. A group contains only, that is identity is only one identity. Suppose for example on the contrary E and F be two identity, then let A belongs to G for all A in G. Suppose we can write East circle A. Here we are using star, so let's use star as a composition. So star A equal to A star E equal to A. And also, since F is the identity, for all A belongs to G, F star A equal to A star F equal to A for all A belongs to G. Okay, for all A, because the identity property. Now we have E star F is equal to E. Okay, by the property of identity of E, because it follows from here. Also, E star F is equal to F. That is from, it follows from here. So we see that E equal to F. So we see that E is equal to F. That is, our group have exactly one identity. Our group contains only one identity. Okay. In a next theorem, theorem 2, in a group G star, each element has only one inverse. That is, there exists only one inverse for each element. So A be an element. Suppose there are two inverse for A. Suppose the inverse are A dashed and A double dashed. Let us suppose that A dashed and A double dashed are two inverses. Then A dashed circle A equal to A circle A dashed equal to E, because E is the identity element in G. Again, A double dashed circle A equal to A circle A double dashed equal to E, because E is the identity and A double dashed is the inverse, follows from the inverse property. Now A dashed circle A double dashed equal to A dash circle A double dashed equal to A circle A dash, this is equal to E. This is equal to E. Look at that. So E composition A double dashed equal to A double dashed. Okay. Similarly, we can prove that this is equal to A dashed. Similarly, we can show that this is equal to A dashed again by taking these properties. So it will follows that there is only one inverse, unique inverse, and that is A dashed or A double dashed. So these two are equal. So this is how the group has only one identity and each element has only one inverse. Next theorem, this is called the cancellation theorem, left cancellation. Look at that. A star B is equal to A star C is equal to B implies B equal to C, and B star A is equal to C star A implies B equal to C. This is called left cancellation and this is called right cancellation. Now how will you prove that? Very simple. Suppose from this we can say A inverse star, okay, take star, A star B taking inverse on both sides equal to A star A inverse star A composition C. So that is equal to, since the composition is associative, we get A composition A star B equal to, same here, composition C. So this is equal to E star B. E is the identity and A inverse is the inverse element of A. So we have B equal to C. So this is how you are proving the left cancellation property, because E is the identity and here the logic is circle is associative and A inverse is the inverse of A, because G is a group, inverse of each element exists in G. Similarly, you can prove the right cancellation law. Today's our last theorem of our lecture today. In a group G circle, no, there is another theorem, important theorem, but I will prove this one. A star B whole inverse is B inverse star A inverse for all AB belongs to G. This is also very important theorem in group. A composition B whole inverse is B inverse composition A inverse. Now suppose G is a group, so and AB belongs to G, so A inverse B inverse and A composition B and B composition A inverse both exist. Clear? Both exist in G. Okay. Now suppose B inverse composition A inverse composition A composition B, this is your composition actually, equal to, taking the associative property, B inverse composition A in, I am taking the associative property because G is a group, associative property holds on G, A. Okay, so this is the second bracket star B. So this is identity because G is a group. So we say that B composition E is the identity because G is a group, identity element will exist. There is an exactly one identity element. So this is again B inverse composition B, so that is equal to E. So we prove that B inverse composition A inverse composition A composition B whole equal to E, identity. Similarly we can prove, similarly you should try this, A composition B composition B inverse composition A inverse equal to identity. Same proof, again you take the associative property and you take the identity element and you will prove that this is equal to. So what is the conclusion now? We can say that B inverse composition A inverse whole composition into composition A composition B equal to E, and also this. So this follows from the inverse property, this follows from the definition of inverse. So we can say that A circle B whole inverse from 1 and 2, it follows from 1 and 2, it follows from 1 and 2 that A composition B whole inverse, this is the inverse, actually this is the inverse, this is the inverse element now, because we have proved that the if you take the composition we prove that this is identity. So this is the inverse, this becomes the inverse. So this is equal to B inverse composition A inverse. Clear? So this proved, this is also very important proof. And the last theorem I want to state, in a group G star for all AB belongs to G, is the equations A star A composition X is equal to B and Y composition Y A equal to B has a unique solution in G. So you have to prove that there is a unique solution. So you can easily prove that. You try this. This is as for your assignment. So today our lecture is up to this. So in our lecture today, let us summarize. We discuss about binary composition. Example, what is the concept of binary composition, when the binary composition is commutative, associative, and also definition of a group, examples on groups, and some important theorems and their proofs. So I hope this video, this is the first lecture on group. Okay, so I hope this video is helpful to you. So subscribe my channel and follow my other videos. Thank you.